Bluetooth mode.
Hey y'all, it's Queen Yuri, the quintessential entrepreneur, Riverside RV housewife of YouTube Tarot, back with another reading. Y'all know what's up. Yeah, I'm kind of been more free flowing with the readings here lately. So I'm just gonna go with the flow. However I feel like doing it, that's how we're gonna do it. All right. Okay. 4. So, and also we pulled a 2. So somebody could have been born in 24. Excuse me. Or, you could be getting married, because I'm hearing Bruno Mars, 24 Karat Magic. So, or you could be like a Cupid good luck charm, like someone who can cause others to fall in love with you. Okay, so, or maybe even someone's like your fairly odd parents or something like that. Or you have like a baby Cupid, can make someone fall in love with you, or you fall in love with others, or can find you you're like your perfect love interest. Okay, and can kind of like, maybe you're your love interest, like perfect, like dream person for 24 hours, and during that time, like you kiss them or they kiss you, and you fall in love. Or it could be like, maybe you left a glass slipper behind, or something like that. I'm seeing. Let's see. Yeah, it could be like a Cinderella story or something like that. You pulled trophy and recognition. So maybe you did leave a slipper behind, and your Prince Charming found your slipper. He's like, you know, he's like, who is like, now he is searching for. Okay. Like, I want the princess that I had, that I danced with. I liked her. She, you know, she would fit perfectly, you know, in the glass slipper. That's how I would know it's her. And so there would be, there may be pretty much like girls pretending to be her or something like that. But how he would know is if does the slipper fit? If the slipper fits, it's her. If the slipper doesn't fit, it's not her. Something like that. So maybe Cupid was the
Power
one.
off. mode.
We pulled acoustic guitar and electric. Okay, expression, RV home, and hose. Okay. Um, you, I'm seeing that video, Sail, where it's like two girls. It's a redhead and a brunette. They're singing Sail, or they're acting out the song Sail by, ooh, is it AWOL Nation? And yeah, she's like spraying water out of the hose and everything. One girl is drowning the other, and I'm a post that music video because I really like it. Y'all probably have already seen it, but yeah. So for some reason, maybe you do an act like with someone, and like maybe it goes viral because I'm seeing aquatic water, um, inquisition. Maybe people are like um, curious about you. They're inquiring like, where are those girls who did that video? When are y'all gonna do another video? And maybe like you got the coily water hose, the green coily one, and it's just everything about the video, they liked it. Maybe you when you release the hose out of your hand, it like recoils. I don't know why that's so funny. Okay, Marine. Um, okay, I'm also getting that you have like a. Okay, people love your voice. They value your wisdom. They appreciate the thought that you put into your videos and everything that you do. Everyone tends to like remember it. They talk about it. Um, so people are very curious about you. Also, I'm seeing that you are like you come across as like someone who like you may be very feminine, very girly, but something about like I don't know, is it maybe like your swagger or whatever, like it's like you're like a huntress or something like that. Like I feel that you give you have like the aura of someone who could hunt, who could fish, like you know like you have like a marine husband or something like that. um so you could have relatives who are in the military. Maybe you actually have uh you know relatives who were in the Marines or something like that, or a lot of friends. Maybe you know like some Marine soldiers or something like that. And instead of you being on the front line, you just like make funny videos, but like I just feel like you have like an air about you that you can kind of like hold your own, and like maybe you it it kind of lends to your creativity, you know. um you have like an aquatic aura about you, okay, that lends to your creativity. It's like people actually do like you for your personality, okay. um wow, that was so interesting. I didn't expect to see that. Okay.
Power off.
we're gonna get a wake me up card. We got the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. So your vibe could be very like Cosmo and Wanda right now. Let's see. The Hierophant. Okay. So, I'm seeing like Wanda and Baby Cupid, or like maybe you actually do live in like a an enchanted forest where there are like lots of fairies, like Tinkerbell, and um, you know, I feel that you are living in a universe like where mythical creatures are alive, or maybe there are always like maybe there are mythical creatures all around us, but only certain people can see them and certain people can't see them. So um, something has been unveiled to you, like there's been a veil lifted, okay, over your eyes. I see someone like lifting your veil. And now you can see the mythical creatures, like when you, like say for example, if you go by the river or if you go by the sea or by the ocean, you can actually see the sirens. You can see them, you know, or you can hear them, okay? Like I'm seeing like Ariel, um, like, you know, Poseidon, okay? Um, you know, Tinkerbell, Peter Pan, you know, the little lost boys, okay? I see that you can see like the fairy tale people, the fairy tale story, the fairy tale creatures, um, and I also see like when the weather changes, you look outside, you can see Zeus, you see Storm, you see them causing the lightning or the rain, okay? Um, even like hurricanes. I see hurricanes. You can actually see like Greek goddesses causing um like these things. Maybe you like can communicate with with Greek gods and goddesses, and you like, you know, you request for weather changes and they send the weather change, okay? Like, wow, okay. So, at the root, let's see. Oh, I see. I see.
Power off.
okay, you could be like watching like Hunger Games or something. Because I'm seeing like Katniss and Rue. Okay. Um, but maybe okay. So I feel if you are the Queen of Wands, you could you could have like an effect on people to where like everyone around you, you know, begins to like appear to be like out of a fairy tale storybook. So like people, you know, it's like their makeup. Everyone's makeup is extravagant. You know, your hair is different colors. It's like they are dressing to like to fit the part of how they feel inside. Okay, so I feel that there's a lot more expression in the way that people dress now. They're expressing who they are through their clothing. So I feel that it's like, you know, or maybe that's like how it feels to be around you, like in your, it's like you're on your own little planet, and like, you know, the ones who like are on your planet is it's like, you know, they express themselves like through their clothing. Okay, or with their hair. Okay, and their makeup. I feel like you're having like more fun. Okay, with the extra. Okay, so okay, see that you know, the clothing, the uniform. Okay, clothing is one thing, and then at the pure and sacred, we have like we're doing extra. Like maybe we like to express ourselves through our hair as well. Like you don't want to like damage your hair, expressing yourself through your hair. So I mean, you know, you could like to have your hair like different colors, different styles, you know. You could be listening to Harry Styles, okay? Um, or investing in your hair more, like with sacred products, of course, um, Pantene, whatever, L'Oreal, um, you know. Um, so at the solar plexus, oh yeah, at the solar plexus, I feel that like it's like maybe you're going to like originate like a nation, or like nations of people will like come from you specifically. Okay, like you are something about you, it's like you're creating a continent. Yeah. Okay. You're going to originate, oh my goodness, you are going to originate a virtual continent. Okay. Whoa, it's very future forward. Okay. Oh my goodness. You are originating a virtual continent.
Execute mode.
Okay. Like, the world is vast, you know. Excuse me. The world is vast. You know? Okay, because the globe is at our third eye. The globe is at our third eye. Okay, the third eye is like the overall energy of the reading. You know what we can see through our spiritual eyes, and not just like our physical eyes, because like in the Word of God, it says that you know we battle not with flesh and blood, but through like principalities. Okay, which I think that it means that like when you when you give yourself to your higher self, your higher power, the divine God, Yahweh, you know, Jehovah, Jesus Christ, the higher power that you believe in, okay? Um, you can now see through your spiritual eyes now, or whatever. So your third eye is like the basically the most important message, um, like that you need to see at this time, okay? Um, because it's dealing with what's going on spiritually around you, you know. It's basically like a spiritual like GPS system of like what's happening next, like spiritually, or what you may need to be aware of coming up. And with the solar plexus and at the third eye, there's a globe. It's like these people or these bikers, they they're creating like the continent. They're creating the continent of like Africa. Okay, with there being a globe, Africa was at the solar plexus, and you know, obviously Earth is, you know, a part of our solar system. Okay, which every planet revolves around the sun. Okay, every planet revolves around the sun. We all need the warmth of the sun, the heat of the sun. Okay, so I'm definitely seeing that, you know, all these bikers creating a continent. Okay, so there will be people like coming together to create a virtual continent. I see. Hmm. Okay. Um, and I believe this the continent will be that of a cornucopia. You know, um, everything that you could want in your wildest dreams. You know, um, like you are not limited. You know, it's like the sky's the limit. If you can imagine it, like you can have it, or you know, if you can imagine it, you can bring it into fruition. Okay? Yeah. Um, hmm. Yeah, let me get that card that was on top here. Where'd it go? Okay, here it is. Okay. At the heart, we had the penguin. Okay.
Power off. Pursuit mode.
Penguin. So you could be, you could feel like you are like essentially ready to fly. Okay. Oh my goodness. There is, um, there is a like virtual reality like choir and orchestra um, by Eric Whitaker, and the song is entitled "Fly, Fly to Paradise." Um, oh my goodness, that is so the idea of like what I'm seeing like for the future. The virtual continent will be much like that. I will also uh, share that video. Okay, maybe that is like, you know, your wish. You would, maybe you want to fly, okay, or you know, maybe you just want to be like a fairy. Maybe you just want to be a fairy and like, you know, live in an enchanted forest, you know, in your own little cornucopium, okay? Okay, at the throat, it seems like maybe you love water. Oh, let me see. I'm thirsty. So maybe like it is like a divine requirement for you to live by the water, maybe a lake. You want to live on a lake. You want to live on a river. You want to live near the ocean or on a beach. Okay? You could live in a beach house, okay? And you could live every day like that because you're so connected to the water. Okay? I feel like when you're not near the water, you feel like environmentally dehydrated. Maybe like even if you don't live by the water, you could spend lots of time in your bathtub. Like maybe you take like lots of baths, and you know that's your oasis, like your bathroom or whatever. Your restroom could be your like it could be more of an oasis because I haven't always lived by like I haven't always lived on a river. Um, but in my two prior trailers that I lived in, I had a large garden tub. My trailer in Calhoun had an indoor like pool in my home. I had an indoor pool in my restroom. I don't know what possessed me to not. Did I ever? I don't think I ever posted a picture of my indoor swimming pool. um, and my trailer before then, I had a just a big garden tub, and I had a his and hers restroom, green carpet, everything. My restroom in Calhoun was also I also had a his and hers bathroom there. You know, separate shower because my bathtub was an indoor swimming pool. You know, a privacy. You know, privacy toilet area, whatever, you know, but my restroom was like so big. It was had a large restroom where you could like hang out in there. You could just hang out in there. It was like a chill spot, you know. So you don't have to necessarily live on a river to like have an appreciation
Power off.
for water. Okay, so you could even if you have like a regular bathroom, you could just have yourself like a collapsible nightstand type of deal, like a what's it called, like a, I guess it would be called a tray, you know, but you could set it up, um, beside your bathtub. You could make yourself a bubble bath. Nature is here. It's very healing. Like you could, get flowers. Rinse your flowers. Like I'm talking about, go outside, pick you some flowers if you live out in the country. I know it might be almost like a what if you don't live in the country and you hear me say this, but yeah, like go pick you some flowers. Rinse them off. Uh, run you a bubble bath. Um, Put the flowers in your bubble bath. You know, I bathe my baby Joey all the time outside. I do his bubble baths outside where he can have a beautiful view to the river, you know. So, you know, have you some tea, let's see, chamomile tea is really good. Um, Green tea, um, is more like caffeine in green tea, I believe. Um, so green tea would be like for daytime or whatever, and like chamomile tea would be more so for like winding down or whatever. Um, but yeah, I would take like 8 or 9 showers, like 8 or 9 baths a day, because what I would do is I would run my water, like really warm water, and because my tub was so like kind of like, well, my garden tub, the tub was deep, so the heat would stay kind of like at the bottom of the tub, so I could just dip in and out of the tub like all day long. So anytime I wanted to, I could just go take a dip or whatever, take a bath, lather myself up, hang out in there, chill in there, eat, have me some fruit in there or whatever, some watermelon, whatever I wanted. If I just wanted to have some watermelon, I could, in a glass of wine, you know, I could just slice me some watermelon, go, hang out in the tub, have my watermelon, watch TV, because I had a TV in there, watch TV in there, drink some wine. When I'm, done with my, little fruit or whatever, then I can, hop out. I would have my baby Lily. Her and her friends would, keep on their little swimsuits and stuff like that. All her little friends. She, because at the time she was an only child, but she had, our neighbors had a boy and a girl or whatever. So they would all come over in their swim clothes and their floaties, and they would get in the tub. I would run it like a swimming pool because they were smaller, and just let them have at it in there. Um, so yeah, I feel that water, like babies love aquatic activities. Um, when my brother's daughter, so my niece Rowan, um, her and Lily's birthday are like right around the same time, and at one point they both turned 5 years old. So that was when I first got that tub. So Lily, for Rowan's birthday, um, threw a swimming a, a garden tub party. You know,
Bluetooth mode.
And, you know, we kind of filmed it and, you know, sent it to Rowan or whatever for her 5th birthday. Because Rowan was turning 5 years old. So, I'm seeing that, like, you know, oh yeah, we blew bubbles. We blew bubbles and everything. Had little water guns and, I mean, water, you know, little duckies and everything. I mean, we could just have a ball. Have our little aquatic little aquatic animals. We even had a koi fish that just in a swim turtle, and they both swim around in the tub. So, yeah, I mean, when there is water, especially water inside your home or whatever, like whatever activities that you like, you may not be like a marine biologist fanatic, you know, you may not be an aquarian or whatever, um, but whatever activity you do like, you can always like say for example, if you have boys and you know your boys, say for example in the summertime, you know, your boys like to go to the beach and build sandcastles, you know, you can buy like kinetic sand. You can like stop up your tub if you like, or if you have tile floors, you can always have your kinetic sand, you know, inside in the house. um, Let your boys build or sand, make castles with the kinetic sand. It's 125 here. um, so yeah, whatever activities that you like. I mean, you know, I'm a housewife and a stay-at-home mom, so I'm always thinking about the babies and what they would like. You know, I think that it is very important to have like, I don't know, everyday activities um, that your children would like, that are inexpensive. Um, Basically, indoor activities that your children could participate in like every day. You know, if you can get them to enjoy a bath, that is an easy activity that you could do every day that they would love and you would like, you know, and it keeps them clean. So, um, kinetic sand is good, or Legos if they, you know, enjoy architecture. You know, obviously Legos would be, you know, kind of, if you can create them like a more of a compact area or space, um, like a pack and play, you know, you can pretty much get you some tarp, uh, you know, line, you know, overlay their pack and play, and um, pretty much let them have at it with the Legos, or, you know, kinetic sand or whatever it is. Just find a way to waterproof, you know, their own little area inexpensively. And now they have a permanent little playhouse, their own space, what they need to grow and developmentally, you know, exercise their creativity, you know, figure out what they like in life so that they can have a hobby, you know, uh, and, you know, their mental health will be going in a good direction. Um, At the crown, we have
Power off. Bluetooth mode.
the White House. Okay, so at the crown, I feel that you are. I feel like you're thinking more future forward for your children. As far as like you, it's like you want them to like enjoy expressing themselves in the home. Maybe you are creating a safe space for them in their home so that they don't have to leave their home to find a safe space or find their oasis or find their what's it called, their cave. Okay, they will have their own interests, and they will be leaders. Maybe you are breeding leaders. They'll have their own ideas. Okay. Their own little way of wearing their hair, their own favorite colors, this and that. I think one day I spoke in one of my videos about Lily finding her own YouTube tutorial on how to do her own LOL hairstyle. So her hair was very curly, and she pulled her bangs, and she watched the YouTube tutorial, and she did her own self some bangs because she wanted to look like the LOL doll. She did a pretty good job. So, um, you know, it will all be, good for our futures. Um, I'm also seeing something about Booksmart. Booksmart. 6 of Wands says, "Congratulations. Proud of you." Goodbye textbooks. Whoa. Hello, real world. So relieved to be done with studying. Graduation, new beginnings, and free at last. Wait. I literally just heard Booksmart, and the 6 of Wands said, "Goodbye textbooks." So I feel like you want to create like you want to parent your children in a way that they will be valedictorian. Okay, um, you know, someone who could like. I feel that like being able to go to college and get through college, um, you know, all the way up to like their master's degree, would definitely be in your child's best interest, unless
Power off. Bluetooth mode.
um, yeah, even if they want to be in architecture, or like you know, I feel like getting being educated is like very important. Okay. It's just very important. You know, you want to like go to university, okay? Do 4 years at your university. You know, I just feel like even the experience of that is essential. That's essential life experience to, you know, I feel like minimum, you know, you need to do 4 years at university. It's essential life experience. Okay? Um, so you want to, I suppose, like, find a way to, like, let your children have, like, emotional independence and, like, physical independence to the point where, like, they are happy spending, like, time by themselves, or time alone. They are happy spending time alone, and like they know how to do things for themselves. Like, you know, you definitely want to like teach them everything that you can teach them, and it may take like a few months. Like, you can say, for example, if you are teaching, if it's like Matilda or whatever. I'm getting like Cupid and Matilda. Okay, like, so if you so happen to be like a busy parent, okay, maybe you just want to keep ready-made meals in the fridge to where at the very least they can get a meal out of the fridge to like feed themselves. You know, so all they have to do is like, you know, get, you know, get their lunchbox out of the fridge, you know. So you can have like 4 to 6, lunch boxes in the fridge for your children. Throughout the day, they get a lunchbox out and they have their lunch. You know, just finding ways to work around your schedule and still keep your children in mind. Okay, so that they can have like, I feel that hyper independence is essential because it's very important for emotional like emotional stability and emotional integrity. Um, I, I I mean, personally, you know, it's good to have friends and for your children to have friends, but uh, you know, however, they definitely need to have a very sound internal compass. Okay. Hmm. Three of Wands. Um, Stopped at the red light, but dreaming of all the adventures waiting at the green wanderlust and adventure awaits. Okay. So it looks like you have just graduated. Okay.
Power off. Bluetooth mode.
And you were like, maybe you were just offered like job security. Okay. So you know that you're going, directly into job security. Okay. Because you actually took the time to learn. Okay, as you were in school, and maybe you actually found what it is that you truly enjoy. So I feel that, like, enjoying learning and like having ambition and healthy self competition, like, to where you are, maybe you'd like to challenge yourself to you know have B's and above. Bells above. Okay. You only want B's and above, or something like that. you know you challenge yourself, and it makes it more fun. Makes it more fun when when you when you have ambition to challenge yourself to obtain a goal. So even if there are, you know, topics or you know, what's it called, the different subjects that you know that don't come natural to your psyche or whatever, that's when your ambition can kick in and say, well, I'm going to find a way to enjoy learning about this because I'm challenging myself to get B's and above. Okay? So, you know, you find what you do like. Okay, well, say for example, it's just something easy to come up with. Um, if you like music, okay, and your children, okay, say for example, your children are in, you know, like junior high school, right? Um, they like music, and you can tell that, you know, they know all of the lyrics to their favorite songs, or to like a lot of different songs, maybe even full albums. So you challenge them um, to like write a song, um, to help them study. So something like that. I mean, you can kind of, obviously it would be a little bit intricate. Like there was a song um, that was like all the 50 states, if y'all know that song. um, and to this day, because of that song, I still know all my 50 states in alphabetical order. So, I mean, it really works. It's foolproof, okay? Um, so anyways, you're going into job security, and because you actually took your learning seriously, and you had fun, or you enjoyed, you know, learning, like you go to lecture, you know, you actually listen to your professor, and you find whatever, you know, way in your mind for, you know, your lecture to be digestible, listenable. Maybe you actually, put your phone away. to actually listen to your professor, and you know, you can find a celebrity to equate your professor to, so that it can help you be more mentally engaged.
Power off. Bluetooth mode.
You record your lecture. I mean, it's an hour, so that that would mean that you would have to invest in your equipment. Okay, so find a way to, you know, invest in yourself, equipment where you can actually, you know, record your lectures. Okay, when you are just in your free time, okay, I understand you may have to wake up. When I went to university, I woke up very early, like sometimes even 4 o'clock in the morning, and I prayed. First thing, I prayed for an hour. um, you know, you know, I actually showered and went to my prayer park every morning. Then after that, we did MMA or weightlifting or CrossFit. I would have to, you know, after that I would go back to my dorm and get ready for class after that. So, but I'm seeing, like, in your downtime, in your free time, you are actually, you know, just casually replay your lectures. You know, when you're not doing anything, if you're just listening to music, if you're just having some lunch, you know, you don't have to fill all your time up with like lollygagging with your friends. You know, you don't have to. You don't have to fill all your time with lollygagging with your friends. Now, you can go to events, you know, you can be present at your events, but you can actually, like, make a point to, like, succeed in school. Okay. That way, you know, you'll have a good reputation. You will have learned actually what you actually need to know. You will have actually learned it. And that way, you know, your activities and your events that you are going to will actually be like, you know, learning events. Or if you're in a sorority or fraternity or whatever, you know, there are those. But yeah, you want to have a very healthy event schedule that is not just lollygagging. You know, that way when you are out of school, you know, that way you can have job offers and job security and internships and all that. Job security. So I suppose it's about you're taking yourself seriously, but it's in a more digestible way. So you can be as whimsical as you would like, as you want to be. You can be as whimsical as you would like to be. You can enjoy your own space, you know. Queen of Cups. At the solar plexus. The Queen of Cups says, "My cat may be small, but he has the biggest personality and makes my heart so full. Cat life, cats of Instagram, and King of Cups." Okay. At the solar plexus, we have the Queen of Cups, and she loves her pet. So it may be healthy for you to, like, if you're in university and you are in a pet friendly dorm, have your pet, kittens.
Power off. Bluetooth mode.
Kittens or cats are the perfect pet for hyper independence, because they're they're there for the cuddles. You know, you get the perks. You pretty much have the perks of having a pet without, like, the codependence part of it so much. You know, and maybe your cat is like super cute. Like, I'm talking, maybe you got like a Siamese cat. One eye is blue, one eye is green. Um, or like I'm seeing maybe you got a calico cat with one blue eye and one green eye, and you know, I'm seeing the coat on your kitten is just so beautiful. I'm seeing it has like orange spots, like blue spots, gray spots, and maybe it's all white with like orange and blue spots or something like that. I'm seeing the cat has like perfect symmetry, like the 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 design on your cat's coat is perfectly symmetrical somehow. Your cat's adorable and like beautiful, and you enjoy seeing your cat all the time. And yeah, so you could spend time like taking pictures with your cat, posting them on your social medias, you know. Oh, maybe it can add to our continent that we're creating. So it could be more of like a mental health system, and maybe this is why social media was even created in the in the first place. Okay, so we're just building on our continent and being more together. We're experiencing more, I suppose, emotional closeness, to where, like, it's good for your mental health to not feel like you have to be out lollygagging um, with your friends all the time, and you can actually focus on, you know, on your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, um, and still keep in touch with the people that you with your loved ones and the ones that you care about and who you enjoy seeing. You know, you can keep in touch. And so you get your little kitten, you post your pictures and your videos, and you can post what you learned that day, and that's how you keep fresh material. And it's also very motivating to keep your head in the right places. um, so if everybody's doing that, then we'll have a beautiful continent. um so let's see what else we have. What's at the third eye? At the third eye, we have Ten of Pentacles.
Power off. Bluetooth mode.
Ten of Pentacles says, or or Ten of Coin, whatever you want to say. Ten of Coin says, family is everything, and I'm so grateful for every moment I get to spend with mine, blessed and family love. Okay, so I feel that you'll you'll have a virtual family. Or essentially you'll have a virtual family where you can keep in touch with people from all over the world. You can have as many good and healthy influences to help keep you focused on your studies, on university, on your success. Okay, like we can use everything could be used like to a healthy advantage, you know, a morally sound advantage, and you know, you can keep your integrity intact. Okay, because you can use you can use your YouTube to keep your mind sane. Like you can use your YouTube to keep your mind quiet. You know, you can use your YouTube to quiet your mind, to where if you get to feeling like restless or, you know, a little fidgety, you know, you can go, well, I've been listening to my lectures. I can talk about, you know, what I learned in architecture school, you know, or what I learned in marine biology class, you know. Or what I learned in chemistry, or in the laboratory, or whatever. I can, because I've been playing my videos, I can just make a video, talk about what I learned, you know, post it. Now I've learned something new, and everyone who sees my video will have learned something new. Now you are going in a good direction in life. And you don't have to, you pretty much, you don't have to like succumb to your environment, really, because you'll then be a part of like a bigger world. And that way you can stay focused on your Ten of Coin, which is your absolute success. You can focus on your higher self. You can focus on your vision of the future that you have in mind for yourself. Like, you can imagine right now how you want to live in 10 years. You know, like what does your quality of life look like? Like, what's the environment? What's the ecosystem? You know, what kind of car, what kind of vehicle are you driving, or truck are you driving? You know, okay. Well, you can focus on working toward that 10-year goal and using social media to keep focus on your goal. Because we all have dopamine chemicals inside of our bodies that we want to be activated. We want to activate our dopamine correctly, instead of not in our best highest good, you know? So yeah, I feel that our ultimate goal is our 10 of coin, our future higher self, you know.
Power off. Bluetooth mode.
That was our third eye, by the way. Um, so we're tapped into the spiritual realm to where, like, okay, so we're at the heart, and we pulled the Knight of Wands at the heart. So we have the pink one and the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands says, there's something magical about riding the carousel. It takes me back to the days of dreaming big and believing anything is possible. Believe in yourself, never give up, and dream big. Yes. So I feel, okay, so yes. What I'm getting is universally our fun is more healthy. I just heard good, clean fun. So, instead of having fun by doing like wrong or bad things, we're having fun in the way that we dress. It's like we're stimulating our own senses, specifically according to what we personally like. So, we wear our hair in accordance to what's going to stimulate us when we look in the mirror. Okay? What's going to keep us the least bored? Okay? Also, you know, doing your hair, doing your makeup, it keeps your hands busy, you know, so that you're not so idle. When your hands are busy, you can listen to your lectures from university, whatever you can listen to your professors when your hands are busy. When you're having lunch, you can listen to your professors, you know. So I'm getting art is expressed through our clothing. And when we go, and so if so many people do that, when we go out, or you know, even if we go out virtually, we can see like we gain stimulation by seeing ourselves, seeing others, expressing ourselves how we want to express ourselves, you know, seeing others' expressions, you know. So maybe someone calls you like Penelope or something. And so, you know, you do your makeup, you know, or your hair to look like Penelope. And, you know, and your Knight of Wands, like, still rescues you. Bless you, Joey. Yes, I believe that, you know, you are seen as beautiful, gorgeous, okay? Pretty, very pretty. You're like a pretty princess, all right? I feel like when you wear your hair or your clothing a certain way, like it makes others want to express themselves more, through their clothing, or explore more, of their own expression.
Power off.
What's at the throat?
Bluetooth mode.
We had the Two of Pentacles at the throat, Two of Coin. So I see that you actually do, you actually do have you found a baby kitten with one green eye and one blue eye. You know, I forgot what that, I forgot what that condition's called. When you have one green eye and one blue eye. But you actually found a baby kitten or a baby cat with a blue eye and a green eye, and you get to raise it from a baby at the throat. So maybe, like, the majority of your conversation is like talking about your kitten, or maybe that's what, like, everyone is inquiring about your kitten, like, where's that pretty cat you got, or whatever. Says, Two of Coins says, juggling while unicycling is like trying to pat your head and rub your belly at the same time. It's very hard. Once you get it, it's out of control. Circus life balances everything and out of control. So I'm seeing the energy of you, executing balance in your life. Because your ultimate goal is success. Okay? It's at the throat. You pulled the Two of Coins. That is so funny. Yes. So, also, I see that maybe you make things look so effortless, to the point where people feel like they could do it as effortlessly as you as well. Okay? Because, maybe you have multiple businesses. You make it look effortless. You make it look easy. So maybe other people are like, I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna go into the same business as what they went into, or whatever. But that's why I say breeding creativity in your children is very important, because being original is like I'm not going to say it's essential. It's more of a perk, because it kind gives you an edge above others or something like that. And so yeah, so maybe at the throat, you know, you're finding you're finding ways to balance, like, you know.
Power off. Bluetooth mode.
Okay, so what's at the crown? Hmm. Hmm. You pulled Nine of Cups and Nine of Coin. So, okay. You could definitely be, you know, a stay-at-home mom. Okay? There could be like lots of birds around you. You could feel like Snow White. Um, the Nine of Cups said feeling feeling satisfied and grateful for all the orders coming in for our limited edition. Get yours now before they are all gone. Limited edition, order now. And Durian Lover. Hmm. Do you have like watermelon or something? Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting the vibe of you like in your tub. You have your collapsible tray, you know, by your tub. You have your freshly cut watermelon, all your fruit, you know. You have your restroom customized for relaxation, or maybe that's a new project that you can work on. Okay, and you can dip in and out of that tub as frequently as you'd like. Um, or maybe you have, like, maybe your husband like like cut your watermelon for you. Your husband cut your watermelon for you and like brings it to you in the in the bed. Okay, so maybe your husband brings you breakfast in bed. My parrot always knows how to brighten my day. Such a great listener, best friend, joyful moments. Oh, and maybe that's y'all's thing, you know, his special nice thing that he does for you is he brings you breakfast in bed and breakfast in bath at home, so that you can have an an elevated sense of oasis in your home. You know, I'm seeing that like you want to create a sense of luxury, or like, is it opulence? in your home. And it doesn't have to necessarily be that you actually live in a castle, but you want to have like the sense or the aura of opulence, or just nice things that you do for one another, to treat, you know, one another like royalty, or, you know. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Spinning round and round, where will it stop? Nobody knows. Wheel of Fortune, mystery, destiny. Yeah. So,
Power off. Bluetooth mode.
when you prioritize your success, then success becomes inevitable. Okay, because basically the people around you would have to, you know, work around you prioritizing your success. Okay, we pulled the World, so I just feel like you're the more educated you are, you naturally have more maturity, because your conversation is different. Your interests are more intellectual. Your surroundings would be of higher quality, okay? Or the, you know, and your overall life, it would just, you know, automatically improve. So I'm seeing something about, you know, there's going to be a Wheel of Fortune that just propels you forward. It just thrusts you forward in life. Like, I'm seeing you getting like a boost, like upward into your higher self. Yeah, I'm seeing someone giving you like a boost up into your higher self. Like someone hoisting you upward into your higher self. And you become the Queen of Coin. It's because you became more serious about yourself. Oh, and we have the Queen of Cups here. Okay, so because you take yourself more seriously, but you have fun doing so. Hello? Hey. Yeah, I'm about to make it and call you back.
Yeah.
Okay, honey. Okay. Let me.
Power off. Bluetooth mode.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, I hope we all enjoyed the reading, and yeah, see you next time.